Renya Gouto continues to seek the truth. While in the UFO, he discovers a footage of an elderly version of himself.
Oh?
Okay, let's find out pretty much the rest of the truth of this game. I wonder if he'll hit another lock. Maybe he'll hit a lock where it's related to the battle? Nah, it's probably not going to be related to the battle. Because the battle's supposed to be like the final thing. If he hits a lock, it might be related to getting like finishing everyone's before his or something like that. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Let's head in. Renya Gouto. Gogyo Street, Shikishima, 9th Building, 1985.
It would appear I can no longer rely on Shikishima.
Oh, already? I wonder when this takes place. Oh, we got several things. Shikishima Industries.
Morimura's death has left the Shikishima execs in disarray.
Oh, Morimura died in this one, so it's after Asagahara's.
Now they won't let me spearhead the Sentinel project. As if I'm just a child. I doubt my opinion will weigh much in their discussions going forward. Miss Morimura, why did you have to die?
Wow, I didn't expect baby Morimura to kill older Morimura. So we can hail a taxi. What's on the other side? Wow, this place looks really cool. Or just the art of the building. Yeah. Alright. Let's get a taxi. Man, even the way he hails a taxi is like, car, you stop for me.
Ayame Park, please.
Oh, we're going to the park. We've seen Gouto at the park several times. The one I remember the most is with there was a time in Iori's route, I think. No, not Iori's route. Miura's route when he was with baby Morimura.
That was pretty quick, Gouto-kun.
Speak of the devil. Baby Morimura is right here.
I checked the corpse at the police station. It was yours, Miss Morimura.
Oh,
there's no doubt about it.
This is right after. So yeah, I left it there.
You don't seem too shocked about your death.
Well, it didn't exactly stop me. Here I am, safe and sound.
I suppose that's true.
So, what did the police say?
The cause of death was a gunshot to the abdominal area.
Wow, shocker.
No bullet was found in the body, though it's easy to imagine why. The murder weapon was likely from beyond this time, beyond material bullets. Estimated time of death is approximately 1900 hours. You were witnessed running off somewhere with a short-haired student, according to a pedestrian's eyewitness account anyway.
They found a witness. This era's police really did their due diligence.
Onishi's like, yeah, I'm on this case.
An acquaintance of Miss Morimura, described as a short-haired male in a student uniform, most likely A. Sekigahara. This There should have been that drone tracking her movement. So, anything helpful in its footage?
The timing couldn't have been worse. It looks like it was monitoring the government's movement at the time, so she wasn't even under surveillance.
I see.
Any thoughts as to our primary suspect? Who do you think did it?
Well,
I wonder who could have done it.
the witness statement matches the description of A. Sekigahara.
It did seem like something was wrong with A. Sekigahara's memories. I wouldn't be surprised if he was our murderer.
Though it raises the question of why he'd bother to lure her out. Surely a murderer's optimal scenario is to avoid being spotted at...
Well, maybe it wasn't premeditated. He could have killed her by accident.
Finishing A. Sekigahara's and then doing this one is kind of like... because you didn't have to finish A. Sekigahara's in order to do this one. You just needed at least 80%. Which was before we got the truth of, well, this.
Well, he certainly is the type to brood over things. I can say he's not enough of an idiot to shoot someone on impulse.
Who else could it be? That man with that... call sign? Some numerical name.
426.
Logically speaking, he would naturally be another potential suspect.
Yep, 426.
He did attempt to eradicate all the compatibles. He's a dangerous individual, and he's still at large. All that's left of 426 is his consciousness. I don't think I could reliably predict his behavior. He's desperate enough to do anything. 426 certainly isn't above killing. If Ida-san were here, I'm sure he'd declare 426 our primary suspect.
Ida's been wrong like half this entire game.
We know he killed at least 4 people. That's why I shot him dead in the end. If he resurrected himself as an android, maybe that would give him a chance at revenge. As a motive, it sounds pretty clear-cut.
Aside from Miss Morimura and Ida-san, 4 others came here for refuge 16 years ago. By the time I'd started assisting Miss Morimura's efforts,
is Roko and Abe 2 of them?
They'd already lost their physical bodies. Fortunately, we were able to use the data stored in Sector 0. This allowed us to meld their replicated consciousness with AI. As for how they lost their bodies in the first place, reportedly 426 is doing. He destroyed them all in one fell swoop.
So the one 426 killed was... I remember he killed Shu, he killed Yakushiji, he killed, I think he killed Fuyusaka. I don't remember who else.
According to Ida-san's account, but if number 16 is to be believed, that's not what really happened, and Miss Morimura should be aware of that. I spoke with the pilot of Sentinel number 16. Back then, she gave Miss Morimura something nobody else would, the truth.
Oh, we can recall the truth now. Forgot who 16 was.
Miss Morimura, I have one more question.
What is it?
Regarding 426, would you say you had any particular feelings toward him?
Feelings? Well, he was certainly a good friend. I felt like he really understood me. Well, used to, anyway. Where's this coming from?
That doesn't make sense. According to number 18, or should I say, Tamao-san.
Oh, confirmed. Okay, Tamao is a Sentinel pilot. Or could be. Or at least one of the 15. Cool.
I had a hunch about Miss Morimura.
Actually, how many paths can we go? Ah, Gouto's theory 1.
His feelings, and my discussion with Tamao-san only confirmed my suspicions.
Oh, we can recall Tamao's. We have 2 things we can do.
So you believe 426 is the most likely suspect?
Barring A. Sekigahara, who else could it be?
Wow, huh. We have 2 choices. Kind of curious about Tamao's. Flashback Sakura High School schoolyard, 1985.
Gouto-kun.
Hello, Tamao.
I'm sorry for this. I know it's sudden. I need to talk to you.
Did something happen?
No, Tamao-san is one of the people that regained their memories from like the loop before.
It's about Morimura-san. She's been transplanting 426's memories onto Jiro-kun. I only just found out.
426? As in the escaped android?
No, not that one. She's using the memory data of the man himself. It was saved during the shift.
In other words, she's trying to use Jiro to create another 426?
I did my best to talk her down. She's letting me handle Jiro-kun's treatment now. Still, I don't think she's given up on this.
Why is she trying to bring back 426?
Well, I've been giving her some advice about it, and I understand where she's coming from, but... Morimura-san is in love with him.
Ah.
With 426?
Maybe she always has been. That's why she wants him back as a human.
But she has to know the risks. He's a dangerous man.
True, but that's not exactly what she's remembering. Besides, she's the one who killed him. That guilt is still eating at her. Watch over Morimura-san. And try to keep her away from Jiro-kun if you can.
I'll keep that in mind.
Thank you.
I wonder how much of this is true. It could be. It's like feasible. That's the thing. Because we know that Jiro Izumi, at least one version of him, loved Morimura.
I can barely take the idea of one 426, let alone 2.
You will be 426 later. Haha. We're probably gonna see Morimura on the other side.
So I was right. Miss Morimura did have feelings for someone.
Huh. I wonder why that matters enough for him. Oh, nice. That was just a flashback. Cool. So we can still do number 16 statement.
When Jiro Izumi lost his memory, you aimed to use him to revive 426. Make one a vessel for the other. One reason seems most likely. You harbored romantic feelings for him.
Me? With him? You're joking. That Chihiro Morimura was mind-hacked, remember? You said so yourself. My goodness, romantic feelings? For him? No, God no. Not my cup of tea.
Huh. We just kind of breezed past that. Alright. Well, let's see number 16 statement. Oh,
Wait,
this part.
What do you mean? Could you go over that again?
Our defensive maneuvers failed, so we decided to stick to the plan. We all headed to the gate to escape. But there was...
My bad.
But there was an explosion while we were shifting. From what I can tell, the Type 98 we were shifting in got attacked. But that's the last thing I remember. After that, nothing.
But that means, is that how your data was damaged? It wasn't some plot by 426 after all? Just an explosion? We never did manage to completely reconstruct your data. I thought it was just that you didn't get converted in time, but...
Wait, so 426... Is she saying 426 didn't actually kill a whole bunch of people? And now she feels guilt for killing it? Is this gonna go back to the modern day again, or 1985, and have Gouto find evidence that she had feelings for 426?
You were all dead before the shift even happened. Ida-kun. You said he killed the four of them. I know you did. You said he sabotaged them, killed them.
Given the chance, he certainly would have.
You lied to me?
He already tried to kill us all in the past. You know he'd have tried again if we left him alive. Killing him was the right call.
No. That means...
We are going to go back to 1985.
My...
I'd like to revisit something you just mentioned. About 426 killing at least 4 individuals.
Oh, well, this is a really meaty section.
Do you really not remember?
Remember what?
You've read my files, I presume? I gathered quite a lot of material in the past. Most of it is rather outdated, including Ida-san's statement concerning those victims. In other words, your answer is objectively incorrect.
Really? Well, can you blame me? Look at this body I'm stuck with. I'm bound to have some memories confused.
I don't even remember who I killed yesterday. Who you killed what?
If you have some comment on this form, then by all means.
No.
It's so cute. Let's look at you.
That's not what I meant. If you recall, I suggested that Miss Morimura was mind-hacked. That idea was based on a certain piece of evidence I found.
Another flashback?
One particular log.
What log?
Future log.
If you really are Miss Morimura, then you should already know. 2 years before you were born, Ida-san extracted some information from 426 that in turn led to the discovery of the data log in question.
Okay. Oh, we can't actually just see this. We'll have to present it.
As for the log itself, it contains footage from the year 2188. It was found buried in the mainframe data during the analysis of 426. You seem very disturbed by me seeing that file, so much so, in fact, that you ended up deleting all of your logs. Would you mind telling me why you did that?
I don't know. I don't remember.
The lie.
Well, at the very least, its contents suggested a connection to 426, or even that he had been manipulating Miss Morimura. The log contained a very interesting report. Apparently, Jiro Izumi downloaded memories onto Chihiro Morimura's clone.
What? Let's just talk to her first.
426 was the one who overwrote my memories? So what does that mean? What are you trying to say? Your Morimura and I are both 426?
426 is everywhere. Oh my god. I thought I had his I thought I understood what he did at what point. I guess I was wrong. Oh, 2188 Tetsuya Ida.
Don't know why I'm recording this. Nobody's going to hear it. Still, might as well. Not like I have anywhere else to share this. I was in the middle of a routine bug regression test, and I noticed part of the final phase had been altered. The change was made in Chihiro Morimura's host. The setting change looks like it'll trigger a memory overwrite. I don't know anything about the memory's contents, but it says the modifying user was Juro Izumi. Because someone thought it'd be a great idea to give that guy senior admin ID. And at this point, well, what the hell can we do about it? At least now I have proof. You're all hypocrites anyway. Yes, including you, jackass. So who even cares anymore? None of this matters. We're all dead anyway.
Ah, so spiteful.
The log inconveniently revealed one of your secrets. One you were desperate to keep me away from.
Bro, we're doing Sherlock up here.
So you deleted it. That's my theory anyway.
Are you sure theory 1? Damn. That was like 3 theories already.
This refers... Remember where this all began? It was the compatibility experiment. The one that produced you. Based off Miss Morimura's footage and your own admissions, I've completely misjudged the situation. All this time, I believed you were her. But even from the very beginning, you've been your own person.
So, what are you saying? I'm not Chihiro Morimura? If I'm not a duplicate of Chihiro Morimura, then who exactly do you think I am?
Chihiro Morimura.
You're Chihiro Morimura.
Well, there you have it.
No, not Miss Morimura, the teacher.
Oh, the 2188 scientist.
Professor Chihiro Morimura. The one from the year 2188. And the central figure of Shikishima's interstellar development project.
Ah, okay. Okay. Wow, alright. That answers a bunch of questions, actually. Actually, no, that doesn't really answer much, but, like, that reveal is quite something. So we have someone from the interstellar spaceship from 2188 in our group, I guess. Now maybe we can get more information outside of the 5 sectors. Cool. Alright, let's hop back in. Oh, wow.
Aegis activation confirmed.
Oh, now the battle's already started.
Completely sealed off.
We did it.
They've changed targets. The next terminal is just over there.
They're already on the move.
Can't even let us catch our breath, huh?
I haven't hit my operating limit yet, but I'm going to dismount.
Whoa, hey, then who's taking point?
Pull it together. We don't need orders to kick some ass.
Yeah, let's go. Oh, hers is on her chest. I forgot. Oh, damn. Wait, are Gouto's... Are his remembrance sprouts gonna be, like, in the battle? This is only the 3rd one.
You can relax, kids. I'm back in the fight.
Hell yeah.
It's up to you.
Fine then. Let's roll.
Oh, this is gonna be so sick.
Chihiro-san.
Wow, so this is after Aegis activation. Wow, this is gonna be in here. That is so sick.
Chihiro-san.
Look at that sunset.
It's so
Just like it was
beautiful.
back then.
Also eye piercing.
It's beautiful. I'm guessing you were monitoring me with a drone?
I have one locked on to you, yes. Their target's changed. They're coming back this way. It's dangerous here. We need to get you to safety.
Aw, don't tell me you're worried about me.
Yeah, I am worried about you.
How about you mind your own business? You already know how I feel. This is what I wanted.
Still.
More importantly, can you really afford to waste your time here? Or have you already given up? The invasion is still in its preliminary phase.
I've got time. First, I need to get you somewhere safe.
There are no safe places left.
In my Sentinel.
At least, none left for us. We're not safe anywhere. But you know that well enough. You're just losing precious time. Go focus on the job you're supposed to be doing.
Understood. I'll go. You'll find it safer towards the river. If, hypothetically, you wanted to know.
Wanted to know? What does that mean? Well, I guess we can only go this way. She's gonna stop us though.
Wait.
What do you mean wanted to know?
As long as we're both here, there's something I want to clear up. So, tell me, you were in love with Miss Morimura, weren't you? You said she was mind-hacked, but it was more about you being jealous.
That's hardly...
This may be our last chance to talk. Answer me.
I did not expect this ship.
You are correct. Is that what you wanted to hear? That I was driven by some cheap, naive impulse?
Wait, so the 2188 old Gouto was in love with the Professor Morimura?
That I can't think about anything else?
And that's why you brought back my memory too, isn't it? You never cared how you managed to do it. You just wanted her back.
So much.
I'm glad. You really were a slave to your desires. That's the Renya Gouto I remember. It means I don't have to like you after all. Thank you. I think that's all I wanted to hear.
Ouch.
Professor.
You should go. After all, we still have our bet. Although it looks like I'm about to win it.
Don't know what this bet is. Oh, wow, this was really short. Where is Gouto's? Ah, it's on his wrist. The way he activates it is pretty classy, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, Miwako!
What's wrong? Did you get separated from your mommy? Could you leave me alone? It's dangerous out here. Just come with me, okay? Will you just... What are you...
Oh, Miwako's such a good person. Morimura want to die because of the guilt from
Don't worry.
like infecting the population.
If you can't find your mommy, I can help you look. We just have to run away right now, okay? Oh, there you are, Miwako. Asami-chan, I'm so glad you're okay. Jeez, you're so reckless. You shouldn't have come this way.
Kisaragi, that girl is...
I know already. I'll get back to the battle once Miwako's safe. Is someone else here? Of course not. Never mind. The evacuation route's that way. Can I bring her too? Hey! That's fine, just hurry up.
Let go of me, let me go! To be continued. Huh. His takes place during the battle. That is very different from everyone else's. That's pretty interesting. Alright, uno mas. Oh, we're in a flashback now. 1985. Kaede River bed. This is during the final battle, sunset of riverbed. Okay.
Strange. I know this is my first time here, but this suddenly makes me feel so... nostalgic.
Sunsets will do that, I find. Regardless of time period.
Yes, but This must be... well, I suppose it must be one of those places. So, where am I going?
I've rented an apartment under a false name.
Can't be any worse than our last accommodations. As long as it's not Rebel, I'll take it.
My apologies. If it's any comfort, I'm certain nobody will find you there. Not Shikishima, and certainly not Miss Morimura. I suppose we have Ida-san to thank for all this. The funds and paperwork he prepared were invaluable.
Tetsuya Ida. And he's still missing, is he?
Yes.
Oh, so this is after he was killed?
Let's go.
Aww, look at that! Look at that!
Chihiro-san.
You think I'm the professor?
That is what I said. You are Professor Chihiro
Oh, it's here
Morimura.
again. Yeah, this would be after... Yeah, this is after Tetsuya Ida was shot.
A major figure in Shikishima in the year 2188. Namely, the leader of its space initiative.
What are you even talking about?
Just some hypotheticals. A possible interpretation
Oh, is this Theory 2? Yeah, Theory
of
2.
the evidence.
Okay, say I am the professor. Remember, Miss Morimura is the one who created me. You think that was her plan? She wanted a host for the professor and not herself? How would that make sense?
Compatibility.
Miss Morimura ran an experiment to grant her clone compatibility. She believed that you were synchronized to her. She believed it was her own data she transmitted, but it was the other Chihiro Morimura in Sector 0. And of course, you entered the world as a newborn, incapable of verbal communication. So Miss Morimura never realized her mistake.
This is all speculation.
Certainly. But if I'm right, and you are the professor, I imagine you were in quite a panic yourself. All things considered, it was a staggering deviation from the original plan.
What original plan?
Report log.
Among the logs from 2188, one of Tetsuya Ida's noted that he'd found an anomaly. Chihiro Morimura was set to undergo a memory transplant in the final phase. And the final phase, well...
Is that where we are now?
that would be us.
Yep. Future
The
log.
log from the future I saw first. That would be the comms log I found with my own ID.
I don't know where you think you're going with this.
A bit of patience, please. There's a little more context I need to provide.
Here's the evidence.
The
Objection.
first log I checked held some surprises. The author seemed to be an elderly Renya Gouto. And the date of recording appeared to be 2188.
Old Gouto, leader of Shikishima.
I assumed it was some future version of myself, one that had time traveled into the far future.
But time travel doesn't exist.
But now, I don't think that's the case. I believe it's the other way around. In other words, I myself am a clone of him. Every individual I saw in that log footage, they all created clones of themselves.
Clones. Huh?
I did find a log that proves this point.
What did you see?
A comms log between you and Professor Takamiya. Her field is genetic engineering, I note.
Takamiya's log. Ooh.
Professor Takamiya, how are the projections on those self-replicating probes? The simulations look good, especially the survey range. We never expected a rate of expansion that high. It was definitely the right call to prioritize its strength as a group over individual units. These probes are pretty much living machines now. They self-replicate using natural resources mined from asteroids in their routing. They'll just keep building up and breaking down. An infinite cycle of self-replication on its way to its target. There's basically zero chance of the tech failing midway through. They'll just keep on going. Probably long after humanity's gone. Glad I came to an expert, and all that's left is the refinement of the memory cube.
Memory cube.
The infrastructural storage cell, right? The cube's made up of 5 identical memory layers.
Is that going to be the 5
In
sectors?
theory, it'll compare itself to nearby probes and use them as a template for repairs. And if it can't be repaired, well, fine. One probe down.
We've got thousands more.
Or is that like the number of loops that can happen?
And our passengers? I'll be loading them up with the DNA of all the survivors. I've already got samples and data from all 15. Now it's just down to launching them. These clones will go with all our hopes on their shoulders. By the way, what do we do about him?
Izumi?
I mean, after that DNA test, we do nothing. He doesn't have to know. What could I even say to him?
I do not know what's happening.
Not much.
Him? Who's him? And what about DNA? Not sure.
There were 15 survivors of that colony, each with a clone established to be compatible, though they grew up in different eras, different worlds. And you aimed to replace your clone's memories with your own. That was your real plan. Right now, I imagine your biggest question.
Ooh, look at that face for Gouto. He's thinking. He's got the anime glasses pose.
Is precisely how much of that log I've seen. Am I close? You do have a genius mind, but also the form of a child. I imagine it's harder than usual to hide your agitation.
It's absolutely not. Now you're just trying to trick me?
I'd say, based on that log, Professors Takamiya and Morimura seem to know each other quite well. Maybe you know something about that.
Of course not.
Then perhaps instead, Tsukasa Okino? Being compatible, that makes one part of his identity clear. He's one of the 15 from the year 2188.
Yeah.
So, any theories?
Died in Hijiyama's arms.
Who was he in the year 2188? Care to guess?
Stop it.
Maker of the Deimos game.
No? Then allow me to clarify.
Stop it!
That boy, Tsukasa Okino, is Professor Chihiro Morimura's son.
Oh! I can see that, yeah. Future Morimura was kind of old, but Tsukasa was relatively young.
But not her child by personal conventional birth.
Adopted?
The professor donated her egg cells as a young woman, in accordance with the policies on population control.
Oh, so... like, huh.
No comment at this time? Their blood relation wasn't exactly obvious, until DNA testing on the clone revealed it. The professor was faced with the truth. He was her son.
Oh, that's the person he was talking about. Oh.
Which, naturally, sparked an inconvenient surge of maternal instinct. However, Okino himself didn't think highly of the professor. He had his disagreements with the project staff, too. When it seemed like her end was near, the professor recorded him one final message. One last chance for him to know the truth.
Stop!
Time to remember that stuff.
You saw that? But how? You'd need a biometric ID match to access that log, so you should only have been able to access your own. My logs and Okino's should have been locked off.
Thank
You got Okino to...
Professor Morimura.
Oh, was it a trick? Got him!
Indeed. The files I could access were somewhat limited. Mostly company logs. Meeting reports, call transcripts, bureaucratic chaff. Barely anything in the way of your personal records.
Then, how do you know what was in my logs?
It's simple, really.
He just knows you so well. Oh no, never mind. Flashback, UFO mainframe.
That should do it for preparations. Now, let's see if the biometric authentication works.
Does Okino show up here?
Did it go through?
I hate the fact that like in this super high-tech facility, you use a laptop and work on the floor.
Looks like that got me past the initial barrier. Now, with Miss Morimura's ID, I should be able to get into her log.
He has her ID? You don't need biometrics? Oh. That explains it. No wonder why they didn't let me go to the left. Oh my god.
Maybe if I check Miss Morimura's logs, I might find a clue why your biometric ID matches hers.
Iori's possibly dead body there. I mean, the hands are red. Maybe that's blood.
It really is her ID.
Iori Fuyusaka?
Though unconscious, she proved very helpful.
Okay, not dead.
She is Chihiro Morimura, a compatible version. If you really are Miss Morimura, then you should already know who Iori Fuyusaka is, because that would mean you hid her here in Sector 4. The plan was for the two newborns to grow up with their own separate lives. Ida-san's idea, presumably. Chihiro Morimura was planned to be placed in 2104, and Tetsuya Ida in 2024, yet neither could be found.
Yeah, those time periods don't match.
I knew Renya Gouto of Shikishima pretty well.
Actually, no, they do.
You and he are very different. Except that you both make my life a lot harder. So, suppose I am the professor. Then what?
I want to know the truth. I want to know the reasons behind all of this. But that seems unlikely. I imagine you're not inclined to tell me anything.
And why's that?
It'd be inconvenient for you if we had all the facts, considering you're trying to eliminate us.
Ah, this is where the promise comes from.
You never intended for this world to survive.
Ho. Never intended for this world to survive. 5 updated. Wow. Oh, this did get locked by Himawari Ward. Oh, that's the only one that gets locked from this. Wow. Wow. Well, we have 1, 2, 3. We only have 3 left, huh? Oh, we can't even finish Hijiyama's because we never got to Renya Goto's hypocrisy. So, 1, 2, 3. Well, that was a lot for Renya Gouto. I'm glad we got to do it. But, I think I've done... You know, this might be a little bit short, but I think I've done an okay amount. And it was really not... Renya Goto's route is really interesting because it focuses a lot on the 2188 aspect of things, which is the sector now that we have the most questions for, because that's essentially the quote-unquote real world. It's outside of the sectors. So that's super duper interesting. We also got details on Sector 0. Actually, I wonder if we have a mystery file on that. Sector 0. There was a section with all the sectors, if I recall. Yep, Sector 0. Yep, it's the one in the middle. Unlike the other 5 sectors, this one's unique, as it doesn't take up any space, since it's unaffected by loops. Morimura and Tetsuya Ida used it as an evacuation site where they stored their own data. Alrighty. And just, you know, we have battles. We can technically start it, but before that, I'm gonna... Since we have a lot of currency, might as well upgrade some stuff. I'll do that in preparation for when we do more of this game next time. Because next time, what I plan to do is finish Natsuno's, finish Miura's, and finish Kisaragi's for one episode, and then tackle the first 5 levels of the destruction next time. So Himawari is definitely the last section because, well, We're 71% through destruction, and that kind of matches up with how many stages we have left. So that is something to consider. So there would be 10, 10, 10, and 7 stages. So there are 37 stages total. Pretty interesting. I wonder what story things we'll learn from this. Wait. I don't know if the other ones were like this, but it looks like we might be locked off after doing the first 5 battles, because you can see the battle 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 like grayed out or like just faded out. So maybe this will be the first battle area, or actually I don't know if it is, but maybe this battle area will actually be restricted in how far we can progress. I never even thought about that. Cool. Yeah, I am just going to quickly do some of the upgrades on my own time, but we'll tackle this stuff next time. And until then, I will be seeing you. See ya!